law of liberty, and continue therein, he being not forgetful here, but a doer of the work. This man shall be blessed in his deed. I want to read this to you one more time. We're going to go on down a little farther. You remember a while ago I told you, gentlemen, you're charged to this. Don't just, some of you think you ain't got nothing to do in the church, and we got fatherless children.
Come on.
It ain't just the pastor's job. Some of you so stinking lazy, you won't even get up to change the TV station. You yell at somebody else. If it don't get handed to you, we got a bunch of male genders. It's so pitiful in this world and in this nation.
Yeah.
And I blame them, the condition of this world.
Yes.
Come on, I said I blame them. They don't take care of their children. They don't take no responsibility.
Come on.
And God's going to get you. It is our responsibility as Christian men to take care of the fatherless. Don't think because your children are grown, you can just quit being a father. We set this foundation real hard right here. But whosoever looketh into the perfect law of liberty. How many of you know the law of liberty is perfect?
Yes.
And continue therein. He being not forgetful here. Don't be forgetful. But a doer of the work. This man shall be blessed indeed. If any man among you seems to be religious. You know, there's religious people that kill Jesus. Amen. It's religious people that don't accept the Word of God. Amen. Give yourself an atheist test after church. Go through the Bible and read it and see how much of it you believe. Or do you just believe it all?
Come on.
Or you say, you know what, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do that. That man is religious. That woman is religious. If they're not obeying the Word of God, you are wasting your time going to church, wasting your time paying your tithes. You're not going to be blessed and you're not going to make heaven. If any man among you seems to be religious and bridle not his tongue, but deceive his own heart, this man's religion is in vain. And it says right here, a pure religion. Listen to me. Especially you fathers this morning, we're leaders. A pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. If you will, just put your hands this way and ask the Lord to anoint us. Gracious and Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you and I love you. Lord, I'm asking you this morning that you would help me. Lord, that you would help me hear. Lord, that you would be with us in this service, strengthen my voice. Lord, I know with you all things are possible. Lord, I know that there's great men of God in this place. Lord, and I know, Lord, that we can do more. Lord, we can do more for the kingdom. Lord, help us to be the fathers. Lord, let us help to be the husbands and the men that you called us to be. Lord, nothing more, nothing less. Lord, we praise you, glorify you. In Jesus' name, if the church will say amen.
Amen.
If you would pray for my voice this morning, we as men have a work to do. I said we as men have a work to do. We're living in a generation that is what the hell. I mean, it is bad. We've got more orphans. We've got more drugs. We got more children without fathers than we've ever had. You taking this church to size this morning. I'm grateful. I believe there's 10 of us in here. I said I believe there's 10 of us in here that are fathers, and I would like to see more. There's a lot of churches ain't even got that. Men are just something else about when it comes time to come to church. And the reason it is a lot of them are spoiled rotten and want to be waited on. I know men that are 50, 60 years old that are still mama's boys.
Yeah.
My daddy was one of them. My daddy, I loved him and still love him. And I miss him. Brother Steve so much. I mean, there's days that I would love to just sit down and talk with my daddy. He was a preacher, great man of God, but he had something going against him. He was a mama's boy. He did not know how to be a father. He did not know how to be a husband. I'm not talking about you or your dad this morning. I'm describing what I grew up with. He preached the gospel and God did great and mighty things for him. I said he did great and mighty things for him. But yet, he lacked a relationship with his children. He lacked a relationship with his wife.
Yes.
Being a father is not crawling into bed with some woman and getting her pregnant. Crawling into bed with some woman and getting her pregnant does not make one a father. What makes one a father that he takes on the responsibility of the children. Amen?
Amen.
He has to take on responsibility. In fact, the Bible's so hard on us men that we are supposed to provide for our homes. The women ain't supposed to provide. We're supposed to be doing the providing.
Yes.
Come on now.
Amen.
You want to be blessed, provide for your home. In fact, the Bible said that a man that don't provide for his home is worse than an infidel.
That's right.
I said it's worse than an infidel. A father, and I thought my boys, they didn't even know what I was going to talk about. Got it at the last minute. I'm not here to preach to you this morning. My voice is weak and I want to talk to you. And being a father is more than just, we've got to learn how to treat our wives. Come on, if we can't treat our wives good, we're not being a father. If I'm not treating my wife like a lady, and I'm not providing for her, and I'm not seeing to her needs, I'm not being a father at all. Y'all listen to me. Y'all listen to me. You can shake your head off at me, but your life will just be continue in the same way it's always been. Come on, you will always be sad. You will always be worthless, because that's what the Bible says you are.
Yes.
The Bible says you're worse than an infidel.
Right.
You say, preacher, that is hard. Well, I want to go to heaven. I don't know about y'all, but I don't mind being a father. In fact, I get the pleasure of being a father. You say, well, and I've had my cousin back here. She said, how in the world did you learn how to be a father? How was it that you learned how to raise children? How come it is you that you learn how to do these things? And I thought before I answered her, and I know God put people in my life that ministrated things to me, but I got to thinking, I got to read the Bible even when I was not even born again. And I would read the Bible to see how to raise my children and how to treat my wife. Somebody say glory to God.
Glory to God.
Come on. It was God that teaches us. We've learned how to do things by men that they might be the man figure. They might be very popular. They might be very strong. They might be very smart. But if they don't take care of their children, they don't take care of the wife, they cannot be a father.
Right.
Being a father don't make you a father because you got big muscles. Or come on, because you can outrun everybody in town. Or because you've got a big muscle car. Us men, we like to think, we like to think of ourselves. And women, I'm just going to pick on us men this morning. We want to be the strongest. We want to be the smartest. We want to have the biggest fish on our wall. We want to have the bragging rights for the biggest deer. Come on.
Come on.
We want to be able to play an instrument better than anybody else. Some of us preachers, if we're not careful, we'll want to out-preach every other preacher. We won't forget that the congregation needs to hear from the Father. Will somebody say glory to God?
Glory to God.
In fact, Paul, the Apostle Paul, he had a thorn in his flesh.
That's right.
Paul, the Apostle Paul, had a thorn in his flesh. And I've heard these thorns described over and over. I've heard ignorant people talk about it was his eyes.
Right.
When God healed him of his eyes. So his eyes was not his problem. And I've always wondered what the thorn in his flesh was. And the Lord revealed it to me last night. I had read through it over and over and over and over, and I never had paid any attention to it. It's in 2 Corinthians chapter 2. If you go on, you start to read 2 Corinthians chapter 2, from verse 1, just read all the way down. Paul, the Apostle Paul, his thorn in his flesh is that the people around him would lift him up higher than his measurement. I thought when my children got to testifying about me this morning, I didn't want them to raise me too high. Because if they raise me up higher than what God has called me to be, it will cause me to stumble. It will cause others to stumble around me. You know, when we was children, all of our daddies was our heroes. Oh, yeah. My dad is taller than your dad. Yeah. My dad's stronger than your dad. But what happens if one measures his daddy higher than what he ought to? He set his daddy up for a fall. And Paul the Apostle Paul said, here, Satan has ministers out there lifting me up above my measurement, and it had become a thorn in his flesh.
Right.
Y'all stay with me this morning. What I'm trying to tell you daddies this morning, what I'm trying to tell you fathers this morning, that you don't have to be the toughest. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to make the most money. All you've got to do is love God. Come on.
Come
All
on.
you've got to do this morning is love God and keep His words and keep His commandments. And you, my friend, will become the greatest father on earth. Because when an earthly father will father, a godly father, come on, God will give him and He will bless him with the increase of being the father that he's been called to be.
Come on. Yes.
Lord, I'm getting this. Us men, we're so distracted. We all want big muscles. Yeah. I do.
Yes, sir.
Lord, Brother Lewis, I wished I didn't have this belly no more. I remember when this used to sit up here. And I remember, I had big old arms. And I remember that I could run and I could swim. And it wasn't enough for me just take running and run and run and run, but I can't do that no more.
Right.
Things just got getting less important to me about my position. And that I look better than all the daddies at the schoolhouse. And I was more in shape that I could slam dunk a basketball when no other daddy at school could do that. These things got less important to me. Because I started watching my children grow up, and there was things that they needed.
Yes.
So, Brother David, we started sacrificing, getting to go to the gym. We started sacrificing, getting to do things that we wanted to do, Brother Lewis, because we wanted to make sure our children had everything they needed.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Amen. That's why a father will work long hours.
Yes.
He give up time to go fishing. He give up time to go hunt. He will give up things to make sure that his wife is taken care of.
Yes, sir.
He will put her as a queen.
Right.
He will lift her up above everything because he wants his children to respect her.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm not preaching yet. Come on, preacher. Oh, come here, Sister Chambers. I don't want to embarrass you too bad. I know some of y'all do this at your homes too. We got to continue doing it. Ever since the boys has been little, they knew better than crossing Mama.
Right.
Nobody crossed Mama. Because I was her protector. I was her provider. See, she left her daddy's house expecting me to do everything that her daddy did.
That's right. That's right.
See, her daddy provided for her.
Yes, sir.
Her daddy took care of her. I love her daddy when we was dating. He just started taking me under his wing and he said, son, you messed up last Valentine's, you ain't gonna mess up this one. He said, let me show you how to treat her.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
He said, you go out there and you go shopping for her. And you take care of her.
Right.
She's your wife. She's your responsibility now. What was he doing? He was preparing me to be a father. Because if I couldn't take care of her, I couldn't take care of no children.
You couldn't. No.
Y'all women that ain't married, you better listen to me. Come on. If he won't take care of you, he will not take care of your children.
Amen.
If he disrespects you, he will disrespect your children.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
I know gentlemen that's so self-centered. I know women too, but it's Father's Day. They say it's so self-centered. It's all about me. Me. Some of 50, 60, 70 years old still got to have their toys, but your children are going without.
Amen.
Mama's still going without. You know, he gave us such a hard commandment. He said, you husbands, he said, I want you to treat your wives as Christ did the church, and he gave himself for it.
Right.
Come on.
That's it. That's it.
I'm going to get in trouble today. I feel it coming on. Brother David asked me, he said, do you worry about them getting married? I said, man, it's tearing my heart out of me.
Oh, yeah.
That's my little girl. Your day's coming too. But we don't like to think about that. Yours is way off from mine. I said, yeah, but I've set the standard so high in her life.
Uh-huh.
See, Brother Baggett, he said, well, I noticed y'all got a tight relationship. I said, yeah. I take her out to eat. Sometimes we have a daughter date. But I've always treated her mom with such a high way in front of her. She ain't going to settle for somebody that's going to treat her less.
That's right. Amen.
I'm talking about being a father.
Yeah.
Because husbands, if you don't treat her right, your daughter's going to go off and marry some Jack. It's never going to be a father, never going to be a husband, going to cheat on her, going to beat on her,
Right. Insult her.
because she don't know what a man is.
Right.
I'm preaching bad this morning, ain't you?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Go
Preaching
ahead.
good.
Our lady says, lower their standards so low.
Uh-huh.
It will accept men in their life because us fathers has dropped the ball. We think all it was being a father is just crawling into bed with some woman.
Come on.
That
Amen.
I'm just gonna be slow for a minute. No, that ain't, no, that's not being a father. Being a father is taking on responsibility of who you've called into bed with.
Right.
Number one, you need to respect her enough to marry her.
Yes. Yes.
Be a man.
Yes, sir.
You gonna crawl in bed with one, you need to be married. Ain't that right, Sister Missy?
Amen.
Because if you're crawling into bed with her and you're not married to her, you're already disrespecting her.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
Yeah.
Amen.
There's some
Amen.
man trying to move in with my Natalie. I don't care if she's 40 years old. I'd shoot him.
Come on.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Couldn't whip him. I'd shoot him. I would. Me and the Lord have to work that out later. That's my little girl.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You say, how can we be a father to some of the fatherless? Maybe say, you know, all these little girls that are running around here, they're watching all of us fathers in the way we are treating our wives.
That's
Right.
it. Amen.
Are we respecting them?
Come on, preacher.
Are we lifting them up above our friends? Are we lifting up above the things that we love?
Come on. Come on.
Or do they just take back seat? And we, you know, my wife will tell you real quick, I'm not your maid.
That's it. Yeah.
She didn't have to tell me that, but I've heard her tell some of the kids, I'm not your maid.
Right.
Come on.
See, God give Adam a somebody to bully around, slave around, down talk,
Come on.
act ugly to.
Right.
You know what happened to Adam? Adam got a lazy streak in him. Come on.
Yes, sir. Come on.
He didn't want to work. He became an infidel. So he sent Eve to work. See, I've got dominion. You go work. So I can have some toys.
Come on.
It's going to be a message y'all ain't never going to forget. I'm hard on fathers. They can take it. Y'all lot of bad on mamas. There's a divorce come, y'all. If there's a divorce in a home, it's the father's fault
Yes.
because he's dropped the ball. If he was treating
He's the
her
head.
the
Come
way
on.
God asked him to treat the church, she would be so in love with him that another man could not catch her eye,
That's it.
could not catch her attention.
Amen.
Because he's telling her how beautiful she is, how sweet she is. But you show me a guy that is not doing that, his wife is up for grabs. He'll be a jealous man. He will accuse her because he's already cheating in his own heart.
Right.
I don't care who you are. Talk to somebody. Listen. I don't care who you are. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do at home, you're going to be accusing her of what you're doing. You might not be doing it in the flesh, but the Bible says to even look upon a woman and to lust after her, you've already committed adultery in your heart.
That's right.
Y'all can see this coming on Father's Day message. This ain't what I brought. I had 2 other messages. If I cannot treat the mother of my children like the church, I've got to have respect for her. I'm going to make sure she's taken care of. Why? Because all my children and other children are watching.
That's right.
You know, there's children here today that ain't got the privilege of having a father that lives in the house with them.
All right.
Some of you fathers might be the only father figure they ever see.
Right.
Come on. My daddy on his dying bed, he was always, he's a preacher, he was a good preacher. He used the gifts of the Spirit. I watched him heal people. Dramatic, just unbelievable. They just didn't know how to treat mama. Just didn't know how to treat mama. What would he do? He'd come in, and it was all about him. And I love my daddy. I love him. I'm not here I'm just telling you, Dad messed up. Dad let me know on his dying bed. If I had it to all do over, I'd spent time with my children and my family. But now it's too late. It's exactly what he said to me in his deathbed. Why did you tell me that, Brother Chambers? Because you don't have to die like my daddy did.
Right.
Dad would preach. He was a good preacher. Sister Jessica, he would leave us weeks, months at a time to go preach the gospel. You say, now wait a minute, preacher, what's wrong with that? The Bible says that the husband is to dwell with his wife.
That's right.
Right. And the whole time Dad would be gone, he would come in, and then he'd want to control everything. Come on, he'd say, well, y'all are doing this, and you're doing this, and this ain't the way I believe you ought to be doing it. Pitch a fit, destroy things, leave us without. We'd have to find a way to get food. Mom would have to go to work and find a way to provide for us. We'd find things and sell things and walk to church if we got to church. I see it would hurt your feelings if I talked about your dad when I'm talking about mine. Brother Jeff, it put such a burden in my heart. I did not want my children to grow up with that emptiness. You know, there's children today that, like he's talking about the rich kid. Some people think that you got to buy your stuff, kids, and that's all they need. No, Daddy. No, fathers. They need you.
That's right. That's right.
ain't us. There's times that we have to bring correction.
Yes.
Then there's just sometimes we have to be strength for them. But out of all things, you want to make that child live in peace, and live in joy, and live in comfort, when he knows that you're treating his mama right. When he knows, she knows that you're so secure because mom and daddy's relationship is great. Who was it testified about your parents? That just tore you apart, didn't it? Because daddy had stepped out of the picture. I don't know her dad, but it was his fault.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but it was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to know him.
Yeah.
It was his fault. Because
Right.
God put this great thing, this burden upon us men. I do marriage counseling all the time, and they come in here every morning wanting to get through a divorce. And I will sit there and listen to him talk, and I always tell him, it's your fault. She get a big smile on her face. And I tell him, I say, man, if you would treat her the way you promised to treat her, you know you've been divorced before, but it's your fault. Because if you'd treated her the way you were supposed to, you'd have provided for her the way you're supposed to, and not out, come on. I mean, I got young when I was married. I remember these. My wife held on to me when she didn't have to. Come on.
Come on.
When we do what we're supposed to do, our children will do what they're supposed to do.
Amen.
Some of us, we're so self-centered as men. Our toys are more valuable than our wives, our children, our responsibility. We have down-talk our wives in front of children. We are living in a fatherless generation.
Yes, sir.
When grown men act more like children than the children does.
That's right.
Come on.
I know children right now, young ages. I've dealt with a lot of them, you know, from 6 to 7, 8 years old, and they're already so street smart. They already know how. They're always looking. How am I going to take care of myself? Where am I going to stay next? Where am I going to do this? How's this going to come?
Yep.
Because there's no father in their life.
Right.
It's not that babies. It shouldn't be that a baby would have to worry like that. That bothers me. It might not bother some of y'all. And some of you might be getting mad at me this morning. That's okay. You're going to face God anyway.
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
warning you before you get there.
Come on.
If you're not going to be a man, you don't need to be around here anyway. Might teach some young guy how to be a punk to his wife, to his children. Become a stumbling block. Y'all listen to me.
Come on.
A man that will down his wife and put her out there so he can have things, shame on him. God's going to get you. God's going to get you. God's going to get you.
That's right.
You're causing a fatherless generation. But as the church body, I charge you. Little Luce, one day you're going to get married. Son, if you want a good marriage, you treat her like Christ treats the church.
Right.
If you put her down, you look down on her, God's going to get you. You have a terrible home.
Amen.
But you uplift her. You uplift her. You uplift her. You listen to me. You uplift that woman. Oh man, you make sure you're telling her, you're flirting with her every day and telling her how pretty she is. Because if you're not, somebody else is going to tell her how pretty and how sweet she is. And somebody else is going to catch her eye. You notice she'll start dressing up. I can always tell a cheating woman.
Yeah.
I can always tell a cheating man. I get the presents and I know. It gets so uncomfortable when I get talking like this. See, it's easy to read. You ain't got to be saved to know these things.
Right.
God has given us a principle. And he says that you husbands are to treat your wives as Christ does the church. What does Christ do for the church, man? He's everything to the church.
Yes,
He wants
he
to
is.
love them.
Yes,
He embraces them.
Yes,
He wants
he
to
does.
give them things.
Yes.
Come on.
But he goes on to Father, and he's so hard on his fathers, and he said, fathers, don't provoke your children
Anger.
to anger.
Come on.
Sister Jessica, I made a rule. God convicted me. And I made a rule some years ago in my life. And I still had small children and to correct. And I'd wait 3 days before I whipped them. To make sure I wasn't angry when I whipped them. Because if I was angry when I whipped them, he didn't say you mothers. It was after you fathers. He said, don't provoke your children to anger. I noticed that I'd whip either Merle, Elijah, one of them, you know, John. You ever had a child just look like they want to fight with you? And I thought, what in the world's going on here? But I got to noticing they was just giving me a mirror image of what I was doing to them.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You watch a child around little kids, I can show you how the kids being treated at home.
Come on.
If they're bullies, it's because they're being bullied. Now listen to me.
Come on.
A child that goes to school and picks on other kids is a kid that's getting picked on at home.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can say it.
I know what I'm talking about.
Come on.
He says, don't provoke it. I made a little rule. This ain't nothing to do with the Bible right here, but me, myself, I'd wait 3 days to make sure I wasn't mad. Yeah, I busted Elijah's tail before. I'd wait 3 days, and then I promised him I was going to give it to him, sister. Because at 3 days after, you don't want to give it to him no more.
No, sure don't.
You get trying to make deals with them, you know, well, don't do that no more, it won't happen. And I promised them. And I found out that was the best time for me to correct them. I'd sit down and tell them how bad I felt. They'd stick their head up between my legs and pull the pants up tight. This works great. My grandpa used to do this. He'd pull our pants in and he gets that back side just tight. Right up to the back side with the belt. They're not moving, they're not flinching. But provoking our children to anger, man. Why am I getting this dense feeling in here right now? Come on.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Why am I getting this dense feeling in here? Did I hit something? Did I hit something? Somebody want to get up and say something? Come on. Somebody, you want to express your manly? Here, you don't want to go home and do it. I hear about you doing it. You're going to have words with me. You got something to say, you said in here this morning.
Come on.
Don't go home and talk about the pastor.
Amen.
Yes.
Man up now. I'm tired of dealing with it. Because I'm much man. Don't go home and cry to mama. Don't go home and cry to them children. What I'm telling you this morning is nothing but the truth.
That's right. Come on.
You treat your wife good. You provide for her. You talk good to that woman. There's nothing wrong with that. We had our forefathers, our daddies would tell us. I remember men that wasn't even born again. Caught you down talking to a woman, they'd take you out and whip you.
Amen.
Come on.
Amen.
Grab that door. I thought I don't get to grab the door as much as I used to. And I caught myself, we was going out last night, me and Sister Chambers. And here little Cannon is being so manly to my little girl. He goes and opens her door and Mister, I don't always do that. But it was through him I was feeling guilty. Come on, I was feeling guilty. We all come short, men. But the thing about it is we've got such a great cloud of witnesses.
Yes.
We've got all these children watching us.
Right.
How we treating our ladies? Man, that's such a big thing with a man.
Come on.
I know we're living in a generation that we're in competition. There's the women's live out there that puts a little girl to be in competition with the boy.
Right.
And
Come
it's
on.
the spirit.
It is.
It's called a Jezebel spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But just because she's going to be in competition with me, don't mean I'm going to treat her like a lady.
That's right.
Right.
Amen.
I found one of the best ways to, this Sister Chambers, and I always make this personal because I'm doing preaching up here. With Sister Chambers, she says something, you know, as I continually, every day, she hears from me how pretty she is. And I flirt, and it's not hard to flirt because I'm in love with her. I had an old man one time told me, he said, listen, son. He said, could you tell me when's the best time to buy your wife flowers? I said, Valentine's. My father-in-law told me so. He said, no! When? He said, before somebody else does. Fathers, listen to me. Let's focus on how we first treat our wives.
Amen.
Amen. God told us to treat them like we do the church. Don't do it to impress me or impress nobody else. What you're doing behind closed doors with her and how you conversate with her is going to affect you and her.
Yes.
Is it that hard? Did you marry somebody you just don't want to talk to? Or you want to down talk to in front of everybody? That makes you look like a fool. My little John has already learned that. He came to me and talked to me the other day. He said, man, that people that does that in front of everybody makes themselves look bad. I said, I know.
Yes, sir.
Love them. The Bible says she's a weaker vessel. She's also a smarter one.
Amen.
Listen to me. Sister Chambers is by far the smartest guy. And your wife is smarter than you too. But if you like it or not. Treat her good. Love on her. Because you know what? Your babies is watching. If you're not treating her like Christ does the church, it puts all belief in doubt in them kids.
Amen.
A kid that's worried don't do good in school.
That's right.
A kid that gets concerned that things ain't going to be provided for them, they can't concentrate. It ain't that they got ADHD. They're looking for attention. I can take all the school off of it. Put them in a home with some parents. Give them a belt. And tell them to go spend some time with that child. Take him fishing, take him swimming, take him to the park. Daddies, you take mama and y'all go out for a picnic. Don't hang out together. And you get rid of all that mess. But if not, the government right now says if you don't give it to them, we'll put you in jail.
Yep.
Did you know right here in Morgan County, if that teacher says your kid needs ADHD mutant medicine and you don't give it to them, they'll make you pay for it. You know that? Oh, I done been checked up on the law. They will lock you up. They will lock you up. They don't pay for it, they make you pay for it.
Come on.
There's kids in this town that their parents is coming to ask me for money for their ADHD medicine. I said, can't do it. Spend some time with that child.
That's right. That's right.
Fathers, spend time with your children.
Amen.
Why? Because there's not only your kids that's going to need it, there's other kids around that ain't got the privilege that your kids has that's going to need it.
Right.
We've got a generation, and she said it the other day. Brooklyn come and told me, she's like, look at this. Sister Miss, what we have? A bunch of little kids, almost the same age.
Yeah.
God has given us a generation, Brother David.
Yes.
The father, the mother. Come on. To teach them how people are supposed to treat one another.
Come on.
It's easy to complain about what everything's going on, but what are we doing to do something about it? How are we living in our own homes? Are we on the verge of a divorce? Are we? And I hate to think that me and Sister Chambers, I was walking on pins and needles on her all the time, that if I did the wrong thing, she was going to yell and scream at me and tell me, you know, she wants a divorce. That's not a marriage.
No.
You're always worried they're going to be like a volcano and just get all over it. I would love to preach to you this morning, but this is not what God's called me to do. He's called me to pastor this church. I can help us. Pastor, you think you're perfect? No. I'm still working on a lot of things. I'm still working on a lot of things. I've got a lot of things I need to learn so I can help others. This is one thing I do know. I've lived in a home without a father. I lived in a home without a father. And I knew what happened to me. I ended up finding father figures. Listen to me and I'll shut up. So y'all can just pray for me if you'll love me after a while. I found men figures, they weren't fathers, but I was looking for a father that taught me how to drink, smoke, chew, look at pornography, be a thief. You don't spend time with them, somebody else will.
Yes, sir.
That's why at the end of that he said, keep yourself unspotted from the world. We've got to watch what men figures we put in front of our children.
Amen. Come on.
They might be strong. They might be the best shot. They might be the best fisherman in the world. We've got too many young men that's got idols other than their fathers, and that's not even right.
Come on.
Y'all hear me this morning? Why are we doing this? There was a doctor the other day complaining to me about that. He said all these little boys wants to be everybody but their own father.
Come on.
They want to be everybody but their own father. That would hurt my feelings. That would be saying unto me, I was too much of a failure.
Amen.
I try not to preach. That my own boys don't want to be like me. I wasn't enough man for them. Oh, that tears me apart, Daddy. We, as fathers, has a great commission on us. Don't blame it on this world. Don't blame it in the time we live in. Now that comes to the piano, sweetie, please. So I had a guy the day he was going to explain to me the other night after camp, 2 o'clock in the morning, I sat out there and answered a Bible question for him. And he said, you don't understand. It's the time we live in. And the whole time he's got his wife there trying to figure out a way to divorce her. She was sitting right there, and all he could do, I watched this woman and him treat her like junk, and it's made me mad. He sat right there and tried to legalize, use the scripture for rights to put her away. And I said, them scriptures ain't there, brother. I stayed there with him, Tasha, after 2 o'clock in the morning, showing him them scriptures he looked for. So what you need to do is you need to fall in love with Jesus.
That's
You're not
right.
going to be able to love that wife. You're not going to be able to love that woman. You can give her all the money in the world. You can give her houses, and you can give her a car. When she got married, all she wanted was you.
That's right.
She obviously accepted you because you are the father of her children. Did you know that? You can't be a father to a child unless that mother receives you.
No.
We're going to get into the whole biology of it. If she conceives, it's because sometime during that, she received him. She accepted him. Why can't he receive her?
Amen.
In the days to come, things are going to get worse on this earth. Why is that? The Bible says so. And I'm not going to wait 10 years down the road till I got a bigger church to start preaching the way God has commanded me and instructed me to preach.
Come on.
I'm going to start right now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
We need men in the church.
That's right.
I said we need men in the church.
Yes, sir.
Not men that's got big muscles. Not men that's got a lot of money. No. Men that loves their wives. Fathers that loves their wives, loves their children. You say, you know what? If it come down to it, I'm willing to father a few more. Say, you know what? Does that not break you men's heart? I'm trying not to call none of y'all out.
Come on.
Does this not break your heart what the condition we're living in? I seen that little boy the other day sitting there crying because he thought his daddy was going to come get him. He broke out of prison. He thought it was his daddy broke out of prison and his daddy was going to come get him.
Jesus.
Children, little children, put your ego away for a little bit. Little children, all different sizes, are battling and struggling today. They don't know, some of them don't know what if they're going to even have a Christmas.
Come on.
Some of them don't know where parents is. Somebody don't know where their daddy is.
Come on.
And your toys and your things and your ego means more than their needs. God have mercy on you.
Come on.
And you expect this preacher to keep my mouth shut. I just can't no more. Because my heart bleeds. My heart hurts.